It's number 2 on Olivia Rodrigo week. Joe, this song's called Driver's License.
It is.
I know it. You know it.
I know it.
We all know it.
We all know it. If you don't know it, well, you're about to.
Yeah, you're about to.
So let's check it out. 100 million viewers, 491 M's. Let's get her to 500, huh?
Yeah. Here we go.
Got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about. Cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs crying cause you weren't around. And you're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me. She's everything I'm insecure about. Yet today I drove through the suburbs. Cause how could I ever love someone else? And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
Dang, I like that scene. The projection.
Yeah, there's a lot of great visuals.
You said
this.
forever. You said forever.
Dang.
You said forever, and now Olivia's a sad girl.
Oh, you
Right?
son of a... Yeah, it's true. That's exactly it. You know, when young people often say forever, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, they don't realize that forever's a mighty long time.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. People jump in and they just kind of say, like, oh, love of my life.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're 16.
Well, love of your current life.
Love of the first 16 years of your life. But, once again, an Olivia classic. She sings so passionately and lovely.
I love that this light is covering dude's head.
Yeah, and then they just show
Great
his,
shot.
they show the back of his head, too.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to put a face to it. You just want it to be, you know.
And then this.
Dang.
That's just so fun.
And I just can't imagine.
All right, we'll get back into it.
And all my friends are tired of hearing how much I miss you, but I kind of feel sorry for them, cause they'll never know you the way that I do. Yet today I drove through the suburbs and pictured I was driving home to you. And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. Oh, and I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. I guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Red lights, stop signs, I still see your face in the white cars, front yards. Can't drive past the places we used to go to, cause I still fucking love you, babe. Side what you wrote in that song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Yeah, you said forever, now I drive alone past your street.
Dang.
Well done, Matthew Dylan Cohen.
Thank you.
Joe, that's like a teenage anthem.
Yeah. If I were a teenager, I'd anthem to it.
Right. Like, I haven't been a teenager in a while, and even now,
I can find my way there.
I can
antheming.
find my way back, and I'm like, I can connect to those times. It's still potent, you know?
I know. I mean, it's pretty relevant to any, at least young breakup. Like relative, it doesn't even have to be teenager. It could be like an early 20s even. type breakup. It's pretty relevant.
But that era of your life. When it's like emotions are high, you know?
But this Olivia, these guys have just been promising the world. You know?
Okay. All these songs are from the same album, I believe.
You think it's the same
From
guy?
Sour. He's probably about the same guy. Or at least, two. Maybe two.
Maybe two.
I don't know, maybe because how long does it take to really fall for someone? At least a couple months, right?
I know.
To fall that hard?
I would say if you write multiple songs on one album that all sound relatively the same story,
It's coming from the same core.
there's
place.
no way it would be a little disingenuous to have it be coming from multiple different people.
If you're like, I think this is a you problem.
Like, you're telling me that your heart was broken about the driver's license and about the vampires the
I bet the fans know.
traitors,
Is there a man in question?
or is she's just great at pulling at the heartstrings? That's it. She doesn't even have to have gone through a
Yeah.
breakup. Really?
That's true. I mean, you don't have to. You
No.
don't have to experience it firsthand. It could be secondhand.
No.
You can write for other people.
Although I bet so many, she's probably answered this question because we've listened to a bunch of her songs that are about people breaking her heart, and I'm gonna have to say, and they all seem like romantic partners breaking hearts, not friends or family members.
All right.
So far, at least,
It's a romantic
unless we're just
heartbreak.
completely missing the point.
I mean, we could.
Which is possible.
We could probably watch an interview with her and get a lot of these answers. But we
Yeah.
love to speculate.
It's
Joe.
probably this one right here. Olivia Rodrigo's
web's
answers
most
the web's
searched
most searched questions, which is probably like, who are all these songs about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd venture that would be a common question for her.
Yeah, for sure. But, we like to ask questions and then receive very aggressive comment replies. Right, Joe?
Yeah. If you're going to answer any of our questions, make sure you attack us first.
Yeah,
Say,
please.
how do you guys not know?
Yeah.
No credibility. Make sure you should do your research, but now I'm going to tell you all the answers.
Yeah, start it that way. And because that's how all YouTube comments start, it seems. But,
It feels.
Joe,
Not all of them.
this song,
Just the ones I remember.
this song in particular has a very unique style in that there aren't any harmonies until that bridge section where the drums break down.
Yeah.
And it's just her singing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just her singing. There's no accompaniment. Like, this is the first time harmonies are introduced.
Yeah. And even earlier on, there's really not much at all.
And I know
It's just hard.
perfect, but
Well, yeah, there's the claps.
never felt this way for no one.
I love this first bass tone.
Like we always
Oh, yeah, the one.
talked about. 'Cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs crying.
Yeah,
because
just a
you
little.
were- And you're probably with
Yeah, I would say whoever's producing and writing alongside of Olivia, they're real. I don't want to say this in the wrong way, but they're real artists in the way that they'll just throw something and be like, "That's fun, that's
Yeah.
nice." They don't have to have it be too perfect. There's a little bit of artistic messiness to it, which is nice.
Yeah.
It makes it more
Just like,
honest.
Oh, they put it in there and it fits. I mean, unless
Yeah.
they really did envision it, which would to me would be surprising.
You
That
don't
doesn't.
That's just like a little happy accident, like, and everyone kind of looked around, like, I kind of like it. Let's
Yeah.
just leave it in.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And that's exciting. I like
is
that
exciting.
because there are plenty of producers and songwriters who be like, no, take that out. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, who's to say what makes sense in a song?
I mean, to be fair, I never really paid attention or heard before, but put on the headphones, you get a different feel. The background stuff really pops out more with headphones. You get to hear everything when you're just listening on, maybe in your car or in your TV or computer speakers. It is a little bit more just the vocals. It's a pop song. Vocals
Joe,
are quite
I
loud.
only listen to music on my iPhone speakers. It's the only way to jam out these days.
Yeah, and Mike's rocking an iPhone 6.
And
so.
I only listen to music in public. Never in private.
Generally, what I do is I have an iPhone. I have a new iPhone, but I bring my old iPhone around with me that only has my music on it, and I put it in a plastic cup and play it in public.
to amplify it?
Usually for especially if I'm like running at the park.
Yeah.
Or
Or
sitting in a public eating area like a food court or something.
Yeah, food court or just in any public transportation scenario.
Oh, yes, public transportation and especially in Ubers. I sit in the back and I just start playing it.
I request they turn the music down so that I can play my music.
And then they offer like a cable. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
No, mine doesn't have that. Mine doesn't have that adapter.
Oh, sorry.
Mine's the old aux.
Mine's broken.
Mine's broken. It's just taped up. Anyways, enough of that
Nonsense.
Yeah, that's total nonsense. I love. Okay, so what I was getting at is it's just her singing, and she goes up top. It sounds wonderful, and that's hard to do. Some people go up top and they sound harsh. Some people go up top and they lose their tone, but she goes all the way up and holds it together, and then finally, right about here.
For now, I drive alone past your street.
I love that shot.
Red lights, stop signs.
Yeah.
I still see your face in the white cars, front yards. Can't drive past the.
And then they give you all the background harmonies and doubles and all these things.
Really opens up.
It really opens up, and it's just like sweet release. It's like, oh, now we can just break down and cry. There's like all that tension of like anxiety building up, and then you can just let go and be a total mess. But what was I gonna say, Joe? I had one more thing. Let me listen. Oh, right. So this melody is kind of like it's a bit like a child's nursery rhyme kind of. Dun, 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 dun. It's almost it's almost taunting in a way.
It is. I hear what you're saying there. I agree.
Yeah. So it makes it kind of like familiar and classic, but it's done in a very modern way that you don't even notice. It's more of a subliminal thing.
Yeah, and I still stinking love you, babe.
Joe always prefers the censored versions.
I still
heckin' love you. Censor the word love. I still
like you, babe. Yeah, I usually go no words instead. Especially when it comes to music. I love listening to old 2000s rap where they just bleep out half. They just blank out half a verse.
It's not the worst.
And you're just watching like, man, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. And all right, last thing I'll say is the visuals in this are just wonderful. I mean, it's so it gives that. I mean, people use this word, they beat this word to death on the internet, but it's very nostalgic no matter what age you are. Well, probably our age and younger, you would see these visuals and feel a little nostalgic.
Well, it's that classic teenage angst. I mean, you got music like this, you got music like pop punk songs.
Right.
And you go back even further with like Big Star 13. That's classic teenage angst.
Who the hell's Big Star 13?
13's the name of the song. Big Star, you never heard of it?
No.
It's a very popular song from the 70s.
Well, shoot, I'm gonna have to take a listen.
Yeah, it's just an easy acoustic song, and it's just teenage angst.
Well, you know what the teenage anthem for my generation, I guess yours too, but this song came out in maybe like 2006, 2005 maybe. It's by Broken Social Scene. It's called Anthem of a 17-Year-Old Girl.
Oh, I never heard it.
It's great. And it doesn't sound anything like this song, but it has the same sentiment, and it just has a nice feel. It has that longing, that yearning in it of just like, I don't know. How do you explain?
I would explain teenage yearning as just like an inability to have any answers to any questions and have so many.
Yeah. Because your mind has just like blossomed into adulthood, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, just kind of like, what is all of this new stuff?
And you haven't quite realized that it's just going to take you some time to earn that wisdom to gain the knowledge that you're looking for.
And sadly for you teenagers, it might take roughly 10 years. You might not really have any idea what's going on until you're like 30. And even then, you probably still don't know.
And then you'll start a YouTube channel with your brother Joe. Oh, wait.
We should have done this in high school.
Yeah.
We could have been doing this. Imagine if we were like the first reaction channel on YouTube. Like 2006, we're just watching music videos on YouTube.
Dang. We didn't have any cameras. We didn't have cell phones back then.
We could have gotten a webcam. It would have looked terrible.
It would have looked really bad.
And the microphone and audio would have been garbage.
Our audio would have been very bad.
Yeah.
But sure, yeah, we could have done it, Joe.
Hey, I mean, first to Mike. We've been first to the swamp bucket. We would have been eating first.
That's
We'd
right.
be the first piggies to the market.
But yeah, anyways.
All right.
Hats off to Olivia. Fantastic song, and to the director and all of her collaborators.
Yeah.
They really knocked it out of the park with this one.
Let's move on.